Hola from the west side. It is me, DC the Purple Diva. Welcome to Not So Random Chat. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Hey, Teron. Thanks for getting here, coming in the building. I appreciate it. Let me just do my little house cleaning. I know that my notifications are going out. Hey, raining woman. No, you haven't fallen asleep yet. Let me just put a little thing out here. I'm saying, letting people know we in for the common stream. So let's see. Come on through and chat. Post. All right, so I hope everybody had a really good day. I actually had a pretty good day. I did some. Well, I'm working on my next video, on my next vlog, and I actually figured out how to do some stuff that I didn't know how to do before. You know, and I'm pretty tech savvy, but knowing how to do screen records and screenshots, I didn't really know how to do those, but I figured out how to do them. I figured out how to do them because for my next vlog, I had to go find something. I had to go find like a clip. I had to go find a video that is very that's like from 10 years ago, like from the beginnings of YouTube that someone did, and I'm singing in it. And so I had to go find it. And I figured out how to get what I needed to get the little couple of seconds I wanted from that video. Of me singing a million years ago. But I was so proud of myself because I was able to figure out, because I'm figuring out how to do editing and all of that for videos. And I'm getting to the point where I'm probably going to have to just break down and go ahead and get a camera. Or upgrade from my iPhone 10 to an iPhone 11 because I know there's things that I want to be able to do in my vlogs that I'm limited in when I'm just doing everything from my phone. Life has been good. I'm glad y'all doing good. Yeah, I'm just, I'm trying to learn this stuff. But it was kind of exciting to figure out how to do that kind of stuff. And then I've really been kind of in my mind, you guys, figuring out things that I can do to, I guess, make my vlogs pop more, simply by being myself. But, I think being more of myself, if I can do that even more in those vlogs. But I think that I need to do that more, even though I'm giving information in some of them. Yeah, I still think I need to bring more of me in them because all my vlogs aren't going to be serious. Some of them are and some of them aren't. So I just got to be, loosen up, as I'm building my brand. But yeah, the 40 question challenge will be up by tomorrow. I'm actually at the very end editing it. The only thing I have to do is do my final edits in iMovies, because y'all know I'm a Mac girl over here. I'm going to do it in iMovies, and then I'm going to upload it to YouTube. I don't know if I'm going to premiere it or not. I may premiere it, or I may just upload it. I haven't decided. But I think since I posted something on my community tab, I should premiere it, huh? But I was able to keep mine to, I think I'm under 15 minutes. Because I've seen some people's 40 question challenges that were like 30-minute videos. And y'all know, most of us on YouTube, even if we're being nosy and want to know your business because you're telling it in a 40 question challenge, we got really short attention spans. So I tried to keep it to under 15 minutes so that people would actually watch the whole thing. You know? But after I do that one, I've got a couple of videos that I am developing, well, vlogs that I'm developing, that I'm going to do them, I'm going to style them a little different than I have been styling my vlogs, just because I think that it's time for me to up my game a little bit, maybe up my game on my thumbnails, make them a little bit more interesting than they are. You know, I just think I need to up my game on some stuff, because I want to, use my search engine optimization when people are looking. But anyway, let's see what you guys are saying. But at work, stuff is going cool. Things are going cool at work. I'm learning a lot of IT stuff. And that's not really the field that I've been working in for the last however many years. But I had done some user acceptance testing before that was kind of in the IT part. But now I guess I'm learning a lot more. And I'm going to take these skills that I'm learning. Matter of fact, I've already taken these skills that I'm learning. And I'm already pulling in some side gigs. Y'all, DC is a hustler. But yeah, I'm pulling in a few. I'm starting to pull in some side gigs. You got to. But I have some other things that I want to do. Reigning Woman, I will contact you offline about that other stuff we were talking about. But yeah, you guys, I'm just trying to get everything, all my ducks in a row, trying to get things together, still trying to move, even though I don't think I'm going to move to the place that we originally were going to move to. I think we're back to the drawing board of looking. But I got to get a backyard for my adult son. You know, need to be back in a house. I shouldn't have sold my house, but I had to sell my house. You know, so now we're gonna get back to that, because the plan is to have a house by next year, or to be in a house again, or to own a house again by next year. Let's see, that's the plan. I don't even have to live in it. I just need to own it. Yeah, get back into property ownership. Do not let this situation that our country is in get us off of our goals, y'all. Because we are a divided nation. And I believe that 45 is in Kenosha or going to be in Kenosha tomorrow. He's either there today or no, I believe he is there today or was today. I really think it's a big mistake. I think that he is really stirring the pot. You know, there is a lot of hatred, a lot of racist behavior going on in the country right now, y'all. Not that it wasn't going on before, but it's just hella in your face right now. I mean, it is hella in your face. Like, for real, for real. And, you know, we got that going on. And then, of course, we still have people who are perishing because of this virus that we're not sure how many people have it because, you know, numbers go up, numbers go down, numbers go up, numbers go down. And I'm not even saying that to be funny. I'm saying that to be serious because, you know, there are places where they said they had had these high numbers that are now adjusting those figures down, like dramatically from what they were before. So it leads you to believe that we don't really know how many people are really being affected by this this virus. But I do know that as things are starting to open up, they're starting to open up, you know, things like filming. You know, as I mean, you guys know I'm involved in some films. Um, and probably we've already had a fatality in the film industry in commercials where apparently, you guys, there are no real regulations that are enforceable around people being tested or the wearing of protective gear or social distancing on the set of commercials. And, you know, I told you guys that I had a friend who had just made 40 who died last month from this disease, from this virus rather. And that's how they believe she caught it, shooting a Black Lives Matter commercial or infomercial or something around that. And it's crazy that they're not making people social distance, that they're not at least making sure that the people that are coming on those sets are healthy. I mean, we're just talking about commercials, and commercial sets are, you know, usually really quick. You know, those are really, you know, quick, you know, filming, but there usually are a bunch of people around. You could have like 60 people traipsing through a commercial set because from casting, you know, people coming through for casting, and they do all of that. They're doing all of this stuff. I don't think they're using a lot of zooming or anything because, like, for the things that I'm doing, and these are independent films, we are still doing the social distancing. We're having to wear shields and masks, or combination of the two when we're on set. If during the time of filming someone goes out of town, they cannot come back on set after they come back into town for, at least a couple of weeks to make sure that they are clear. I mean, the production company that I'm working with is taking all kinds of protocols around this. And, you know, we're independent. This isn't a union gig or anything. I mean, we're hoping to get into SAG-AFTRA, but this isn't a union gig. But most of these commercial projects, some of them are, and if they're not, thinking about the health of the behind the scenes and in front of the camera people's health, this is going to be crazy in the creative arts, in any of that stuff, going forward, because people are not going to die for the art. This is a casting director, I believe, or an assistant director, 51-year-old man, went back to work in June because, they've been doing stuff, behind the scenes. I told y'all that people were filming. I told y'all that was going on. And now this is the first, I guess, known one that we've had, specifically in the film industry, here in the Los Angeles area. But this is the only place that they do filming. They film all over the country, and some film in Canada. It's just a thing that they need to take better precautions on the sets. I'm thankful that on the sets that I'm on, we are taking precautions. They're not even letting everybody on the set at the same time. If you're not in the scene, you're not on the set. Now, the next movie that we're doing, I'm a production assistant. So I got to be there all the time. But you best believe DC going to have on a mask, and I'm going to have a shield on. And I'm going to be way away from everybody, doing whatever it is that I need to do. That part. Because this is serious to me. I'm not in a high risk group or anything, as far as I know. But I take my health seriously. And I don't need to be catching any foreign things. I'm good. I'm good. For real, for real. But they're just, right now I'm wondering, with things like that happening, how that is going to really impact them trying to open back up on filming. Hi, Patriot in the Dark. I wonder how that's going to, how they're really going to be opening back up filming. Because, I mean, we've seen some people on Instagram showing that they were they're appearing to start doing filming, or starting to move towards that. Um, but it's not that serious. I know they need to. I know people. They need to. They're dying. You know. I mean, not dying, but I mean, they're a lot of them are suffering from not being able to work. Um, I mean, scarcity. I have a lot of friends that are in the film industry. So, but I just think it's going to be tough. I mean, I don't even know if, Broadway thinks that they're going to open back up. They're hoping to open back up in 2021, like first quarter, like January, February. But I don't know if that's going to happen. You know, I mean, unless they're talking about opening up and playing to empty theaters. And then what? Are they gonna zoom out what they're doing? You know, because if you've ever been to, a Broadway show, y'all know those theaters are teeny tiny. Most of them. When you see stuff like on TV, you think that the Broadway theaters are big. Most of them are, yeah, small, even for the big shows. So I just don't see how, I think they're in the same dilemma as with indoor concerts. Not going to be happening anytime soon with an audience. And actors, at least, like Broadway actors, and then, like musicians, feed off the audience. I think it's hard even right now with the sports teams, not having fans in the stands. It's, because to some extent they are entertainers and they do feed off of the crowd. I just, it's it's going to be interesting how they open back up the arts. You know, I mean, think about being able to go to go to a museum, to go to an art show, to go to a concert. All of those things are like a million miles away, from even appearing to be things that are going to happen at least in the majority of, I would say, not just the United States, but other countries, because even though other countries have apparently been able to keep their numbers down, I don't think anybody's going to be taking any chances on having huge, huge events for a minute. Yeah, I just don't think it's going to happen. I know they want everything to go back to normal, but define normal. Define what is normal, because there's going to be a new normal. Hey, Big Simple 442, 422. I'm going to say, yeah, 422. That is. Thank you for coming through. I I think that the world is not going to be the same in a lot of places. Like right now, you guys think about all the kids that are trying to get an education. It's a miserable fail in a lot of places. And yeah, I know that it's just starting. Let's hope that it gets better because, I have friends who are telling me that like their kids are going to school and they're waiting around and the teachers are not showing up, or the teachers are marking kids absent even though the kids are there waiting, but they're having connection issues. And you would think that, considering that they had that in most places, in most states, they had the option of online education for at least the last 5 years, if not longer, that they would have been able to give the school districts the tools and things would have run a lot smoother. But from what I understand, at least here in California, and this may be what they're doing other places. One of the issues is they're using, I think, like for the most part, most places are using Zoom. I don't think that the Zoom platform was really built for education. You know, I mean, I know that they have abilities where you can do like webinars. I wonder why they won't use the webinar system, because you can still have the kids where you can see all of the kids in that situation too. It's probably a more secure platform, because I think Zoom is they're having a whole lot of issues with keeping these Zoom rooms stable for the kids, and then keeping the kids engaged. Can you imagine a 4-year old? This is their first experience of school online. 4-year old, this is their first experience of school. This is not what they were expecting. And if you can get a 4 or 5-year old to pay attention for more than 5 to 10 minutes, hats off to you, because they don't have that kind of focus. Think about it. It's the beginning of the day. You know, they're still waking themselves up because, we don't have the situation where, they're having to get up and go out to go to school. So some of these kids may or may not be getting up right before they go to class, because that's when the parents get them ready. So you got to think some of them are just wiping the sleep out of their eyes when they start school. So how much do you think they're really paying attention? And then, you know, the new normal for school is parents have to be engaged. Now parents have to be part of kids' education. And I know a lot of parents might think that this is so unfair and it shouldn't even be this way, and they got to work and everything. But let me tell you something. We as parents should have always been a part of our child's education and making sure that they were getting a proper education. And if it took this pandemic for you to start doing that, shame on you as a parent. Shame on you. Because even though my son, may be on the autism spectrum, I went to school for, when I went to school, and then I went through all 12 years again with him. When he had homework, we had homework. You guys feel me on that? That's the way it worked in my house, and when I was growing up, that's how my parents were. They showed up at parent-teacher conferences. They were involved in the PTA. They were in, parents that are not involved or have not been involved in their parents' education are in for a rude awakening during this period. They really, really are. And hopefully, they'll get it together and figure it out and figure out what they need to do and how they need to do it. It's not a picnic, making sure your kid gets education, but it's not supposed to be, and yeah, we wanted our kids' educations to be a different way, but we also want them to be safe. And so this is just a challenge that we are really going to have to deal with, I would say, as a country. Because I don't know what they're doing in the rest of the world with their kids' education. I'm not going to assume that kids in every other country are going to school in a classroom. I'm not going to even make that assumption. I am imagining that worldwide education right now is looking very, very different. I think it's looking very, very different. You got to think about it. Even, a lot of the universities are doing a lot of online classes, at least as much as they can. Some are doing in-person classes, but, much, much smaller classes. And, but for the most part, like the major schools, pretty much online. And it's looking like even if the professional athletes are going to have some sort of season, that we won't be seeing the collegiate, collegiate, get it together, DC, the collegiate athletes, we're not going to see them this fall. No, we might see some college sports in the spring. Oh, and I'm talking about the fall sports in the spring. If enough schools decide that they're not going to have it, then there go all the conferences and there go all those games. And my personal opinion is, aren't they there to get an education anyway? Oh well, the networks will figure out some other way to make money. Oops. Wait 1 second, guys. I just dropped my phone. Wait 1 second. All right. Can you guys still hear me? Pardon DC for that. I'm on my phone. I'm not on the computer talking to you guys. But I'm figuring out what I can do on this phone. But I am probably gonna upgrade my phone from my iPhone 10 at some point. But y'all, I think I'm probably gonna have to invest in a camera for my filming. That is compatible with uploading. You know, I'm gonna figure it out. But for right now, my iPhone is doing a fabulous job, and they've got all these wonderful apps, and I'm learning how to do all of these things on there. So, I mean, people have shot like music videos on iPhones. And, so far, I still have room in my cloud, and I haven't completely filled my phone. But, I'm learning a lot about editing and, making videos or vlogs and trying to make the experience better and trying to make my channel better. Because, I figure I should do all of these things no matter whether I have a little channel or I have a big channel, because I want to give you guys my best. So I'm trying to improve everything that I'm doing. One of the things that I am working on is maybe having a once a week live where I do like Q&As about autism, you know, and just have people, be able to ask me whatever they want. I mean, you guys can do that anytime, anyway, but I mean, having something specifically about that, you know. So, just stuff that I'm thinking about in the in getting the channel together. I am going to build a website with some help from the techie folk here on YouTube, and because the website is going to probably not just only be for my YouTube, because you know I'm a writer, and once these books that I'm doing are completed, I'm going to be an author. So all of that, I want, obviously to be driven through a website. So I figure it's best to have everything already ready, so that when all of these things start to come into play, I'm ready. I've got to reactivate my WordPress blog. Y'all, I don't even know when the last time I was on my WordPress, but I need to go back on there because I want to do some stuff on there that's probably more geared towards driving folks to my YouTube channel. So y'all know I'm just doing I'm just doing all the stuff that I need to be doing. And I told y'all I'm looking into learning another new skill. It's called digital marketing. And from what I've seen, it's something that a lot of people should be able to do from home. So that's one of the things that I'm looking into. I'm just looking into everything because y'all know DC's a hustler over here. We got to stay on the hustle. We stay on the hustle. You know why you stay on the hustle? Because we want to one day live in a house on the water and just write books. That's what we want to do. That is the goal. And of course, you know, be a motivational speaker for other caregivers of, you know, adults like my son and children like my son. You know, really helping them to teach their kids like I'm teaching my son how to advocate for themselves, how to become their own advocates while you're advocating for them, but teaching them the skills that they will need depending on, you know, where they are. So I got, hey, uppity unicorn. How's it going, sis? I was just talking about all of these skills that everybody else knew how to, you know, everyone knew how to do all this stuff but me. Let me just say. And this is probably because, you know, well, people knew how to do a lot of these things for other reasons. Like people knew how to do the screenshots and the screen recording, but people were doing that to protect themselves and, you know, from doxing and all of that kind of stuff. But I just learned how to do it so that I can learn how to use things like that to pop my videos. You know, especially if I want to like reference someone else's work. Now I know how to do screenshots of, you know, of the work if it's something that's actually on YouTube. Now, of course, I already knew how to do, you know, picture in picture and all of that stuff, but I didn't know how to I hadn't figured out how to pull the stuff off of YouTube. You know, without going through the converter, downloading the whole. I don't want the whole video. I just want 5 seconds. I just need this 5 seconds right here. That kind of stuff. But I'm, you know, I'm a nerdy girl, so I was gonna figure stuff out. You know, and I might, and you know, like I've listened to stuff that our friend Darren has said in his sessions. You know, when he gets on here, and I know he's not on here, you know, trying to blow himself up into this huge YouTube channel or anything, even though I think he should be a huge YouTube channel. And I've listened to other advice that, you know, other people have given. So I'm just trying to make my stuff unique. Like you guys see my little watermark. Well, it's not permanent yet because I ain't decided if I like that one. You know, of me with the little easel and the cartoon of me that's on my page. I made that one myself. but I don't know if that's what I'm gonna want to end. It's cute though. I mean, it definitely looks like a cartoon me, but I'm thinking about, is that what I want to put as the watermark on my YouTube page? Because when we're thinking about the branding, it's just, y'all, it's like when you look at this stuff as a business, and about the branding, and the purposes, whether you're trying to have a monetized channel or not, just because you want to put out a quality product, it's a lot, you know. But I'm trying to be focused on getting, more ways to, or better ways to bring my vlogs to you guys. I told you I'm working on a theme song. I'm working on it, y'all. It's coming. So I'm getting it together. And I know a lot of people are using Zoom for their live streams on here. I have Zoom, and y'all, I use it, like for my other stuff, for my other stuff, like for my art stuff and everything, for our rehearsals and stuff. But it looks like it just looks a little hard to figure out how to invite people up, how to figure out how to stream through Zoom to YouTube. And maybe just being lazy about it, because when I think about it, StreamYards was easy to figure out. It didn't take that much to figure out StreamYards at all. It was, and I'm not saying that Zoom is not user friendly. I just don't know if it's user friendly if I'm bringing it to YouTube. When I'm having a private meeting, I'm good on Zoom, you know? But yeah, using it from YouTube, I have to think about. I have to think about doing that and trying and seeing. I might test it out, because I've used Streamlabs before, and there's another one that I want to try out too. A couple of them, just to see the different looks that they bring to live streams. But that really has nothing to do with my other content. But I've just been inspired by looking at some things that people who are in a completely different sector, are doing, and presenting themselves. And I'm like, I can present myself differently. And I'm talking about as far as my presentation of how I come to you guys in my vlogs. Just the style of my vlogs. I just think, I want to change it up a little bit as to how it's going. Some of them are going to still be like they are, like, the ones when I'm doing the voiceovers about, autism issues and stuff. But then other vlogs, like if I'm doing gardening, or if I'm skating, or if I'm doing yoga, or I think those kind of videos, I'm going to come to you guys, present those kind of differently. And I'm going to see what happens, because I think now is the time to start experimenting. As I am, getting closer to my 4,000 watch hours. Now is the time to start experimenting, to see if some new things might work better. And it's really trying to optimize myself so that I come up more in the searches in, the mom life, the lifestyle, the autism, you know, all of those sectors that I actually am in. And, contrary to what people may think, we Black people are in every freaking sector on YouTube. We're in every sector. We're in every sector of YouTube. And, you know, I know there's a Black beef sector and then there's another beef sector, and the other beef sector, they do some wild stuff that they don't even do over here. It's just funny when you travel around YouTube and see, because I've been really looking at how different people go about presenting their videos. I've been doing some studying in the last couple of weeks because I'm like, I need to do some things different. So let me figure out what other people are doing that might inspire me, because I'm not going to copy anybody else. I just want to be inspired. And by seeing how other people are doing things, it gives me ideas for myself. Gives me ideas for myself. Like, I keep promising you guys an exercise video. It's coming. It will be out within the next couple of weeks, as a matter of fact. Yeah, because y'all know I am working on these freaking watch hours. So don't be surprised if y'all get a pop up live from DC, and all you see is a bear, a stuffed animal, sitting in front of the computer looking at you. Because I might have to do one of those. I know that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do one. I'm doing my Pilates, my Windsor Pilates. So I'm going to pick I'm going to do that probably like on a weekend morning when everybody else is upstairs sleeping, so I can film in privacy. But that one is coming. The skating video is coming. The gardening video with my son is coming. It's just been really hot. And that is an outside video. And I don't want my camera overheating, which is my phone. So, but that one's coming. It's going to probably be this week because it doesn't look like it's going to get any cooler between now and Labor Day. And what I got to plant with my son, I'm trying to get it planted this week. Hey, Jack. Experimenting outside of what everyone else is doing is a violation of content creation. Article 17.518 sexy, and yes, it's punishable. You are so silly, Jack. Shoot. Man, let me tell you something. If a little 19-year-old girl can get on YouTube with a van and blow up in a matter of 2 months, I'm not trying to blow up. I'm just trying to drive a little bit more traffic to my channel. But the right kind of traffic to my channel, if you understand what I'm saying. Okay, misunderstood. Thank you. So I've come up with some stuff, y'all. It's coming. Just some, and these are things that I do. I'm, it's stuff that's part of my life. You know, it's just putting more of this stuff on film, not assuming that you guys don't want to see certain things on vlog. You know, she did, and then there's another chick that I've been following for a while that I don't even talk about on here. She when I first started following her, she was here in California, and now she's on the East Coast in New York. And that when she moved is when she really started blowing up. And she does she does simple videos, but her thumbnails are really off the chain. Um, some of the, it's just, it, she just started doing stuff about New York and blew up. Because I think her name is Kelly Stamps. And I think she has like, when I started following her, she was nowhere near where she is now. She has like over 400,000 followers. Not a drama channel, just talking about her life. And she's black. Check her out. Her name is Kelly Stamps. And I only shout out, I shout out like little channels, but I bet if you go look at her channel, you will like it and you will say thank you. She's quirky, but you'll like it. Yeah, the little 19-year-old. That's I follow her too. I was following her on Instagram. Okay. And I watched that little girl blow up. you know, she's from Northern California. I watched her blow up. That's why I was saying, certain people could have capitalized off of certain situations because I've seen other people do it. Tanya TKO. I mean, she didn't blow up like, the van life girl did, but I mean, she had a nice over 10,000 subscribers before she tore her channel down and built it back up. But she rebuilt her channel. She got monetized again. Hey, Zero. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. They have universal, and I'm not even comparing myself to them. What I'm saying is that by showing more of the things that are really, things that I'm doing that I'm not videotaping, like as far as the life of things that I'm doing with my son. It's just, since this pandemic had been going on, I just wasn't doing a lot of those, but I probably should have been, and that's what I'm saying is just doing more of that because it will drive me up in the autism algorithm, you know. Yeah, I'm not, being one of those huge channels, that's not even what I'm looking for. Because, you know, I think the largest channel that I can think of as far as autism channels is Aspie World from the UK. And he's like around 200,000. And he is an actual adult on the autism spectrum. So I'm expecting that adults on the spectrum, or I I, I want them to blow up and be the bigger channels in the community. You know, I'm just I'm just trying to get a steady growth because I'm just kind of like sitting at a certain level right now, and I don't want to be um you know running around to a whole bunch of different streams trying to get people to doing that sub for sub stuff. I'm not trying to do that. I want to get organic viewers. So that's why I'm looking for things that I can do within my own genre, because like I said, I can only be DC. But there's a lot of stuff that DC does that DC has not even put on her vlog, you know? But I've only been on here for a year. So, I need to give myself a little bit more time. you know? Tanya crazy yo. Yeah, she's an interesting one. Tanya is an interesting one. I will agree with that. I would, but I like her. I like her. Yeah, but yeah, she's a New Yorker. So I don't know what that says about New Yorkers. And I think her people are from the islands too. All right, I'm gonna come on camera, you guys. We've been on here. I've been on here for a little over an hour, and y'all know I try to keep the live stream to about an hour. Although I am gonna probably do some silent ones that will be longer, but when I'm on here talking, you know, Those people who can get on there and talk for hours, God bless them. God bless them. But that is not DC. All right, let me come on camera. I think King David is going to come jump on camera with me too. Hey everyone. Here comes King David. Say hi. He says, "How are you guys?" Good. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of our signature closeout of the session, huh? I'm gonna miss that when he doesn't want to do that anymore, y'all. Anyway, we are about to get off of here, and I will be back on tomorrow. Sometime between now and this time tomorrow, I will be releasing the 40 question challenge vlog. It, like I said, I just have to dump it into my iMovies, massage it a little bit more, and then upload it. So I will be seeing you guys tomorrow in several forms in my vlog, and then of course I will see you guys again tomorrow night. But until then, I offer you guys peace and blessings from the West Side. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Peace.